position out of turn number 4. Problems in turn number 1. We've got the 28 of Jared Irvin stop, bringing out our first caution.
Yeah, not sure what happened here, but obviously he stopped on a racetrack. I can't tell if he hit the wall or not.
Looks as though he's locked the tires up. You see the skid marks to where he is currently sitting on the racetrack. Again, that's up in turn number 1. So our first caution comes out. This will be our first attempt for somebody to close the gap on Austin Hill. He has been dominant since the drop of the green flag.
Yeah, obviously Jared Irvin's not won this caution, but a lot of other people in the field are. And hopefully Jared's not got a lot of damage. You know, these cars are expensive to repair. You can see the hood bowed up on it, so obviously he's made some contact.
And it looks as though John Holloman Eckert, green flag back in the air.
A good start right here. He really got a good launch. Oh, trouble.
Problems right behind him. They catch the 3 of Kaz Gralla. He goes around. That'll bring the caution out again.
Someone must have missed a shift. There's just, you could see him get bottled up. Something had to happen. Spun the tires, missed a shift, and just people couldn't get slowed down.
Yeah, Kaz Gralla in the 3 looked as though he almost ran completely over the car in front of him. But it doesn't look like there's as much damage as you would have expected.
No, it looked like a hard hit, and the main thing is even trying to get the car back out on the racetrack. It'll be interesting to see how this new body, if they can get the panels beat out, or even if they need to get them beat out. But because these are completely different than what they're accustomed to. But really, it looks like it's really tough. It didn't get damaged very much.
Yeah, not bad at all. I saw a little damage to the left rear. Take another look.
Yeah, you can see William. He had a trouble. Didn't look like he looked like he launched well, but maybe going from second to third, he just didn't get it in gear, and they got stacked up behind him.
Ronnie Bassett Jr. was trying to avoid, then Kaz Gralla got into him, so that brings out our second.
Could have passed him on the outside. You're going to have to find a way. Oh, we got to spin in the back.
We saw Rohrbaugh go around just as he was coming out of turn number 2, so that brings out our third caution.
Wasn't sure if there's any contact there. We saw him start to spin, but we don't know what started before we saw him. It could have been something somebody got into the back of him.
Well, and I had mentioned the 3 of Kaz Gralla was right on his back bumper, maybe touched that back bumper a little bit.
Well, hey, listen, when you're about to go a lap down, a leader's coming, the pressure starts getting going, and you just start pushing a little bit harder than you need to. So all these guys, even though it's not a race for the lead.
Side, and the caution comes out, wreck in turns 1 and 2. A few cars involved in this one. We see the 6 spun around. That's Devin Amos. Devin, part of our Drive for Diversity program in NASCAR. He's going to get it turned back around.
Typically don't see this many cars on a short track and in a wreck. It almost looks like a Talladega style wreck.
And the 23 all-comers that could be taking the next step as we see J.J. Haley into the wall in the 5.
Not sure what happened there, but they're still wrecking, unfortunately.
Trying to avoid. It looked as though a couple other cars got turned around. So J.J. Haley in the 5 hits the wall. You see the damage to the right front of that car.
Where he's sitting, they almost had to start wrecking on the straightaway because, this is the entrance to turn 3. Something had to happen on the straight for this to be sitting where he's sitting.
Colin Cabra in the 2 also turned around. He's a Florida native. He's also a part of our Drive for Diversity program in NASCAR. 3 drivers, Kinsey Ruston and Devin Amos, also a part of that program. Let's take another look at how this happened.
Yeah, here they are on the straight, and to be quite honest with you, it doesn't look to me like the 5 of J.J. Haley had the 04 of Bassett up in the wall, but maybe Bassett thought he was, and he looked like to me he got in his right rear quarter panel and just didn't let go of him.
And there you see Kaz Gralla in the 3 as well as Colin Cabra going by.
Not much damage on the car. It's not like it tore the left front fender off of it or anything, but certainly there was contact.
Yeah, Ronnie Bassett Jr. in the 04 got into the left rear quarter panel, and they're going to black flag Ronnie Bassett Jr. for rough driving. So apparently the officials saw something.
Well, it just looked like to me that that could have been prevented. I don't know what happened in turn 1 before we saw that, but it doesn't, that's for sure.
Oh, the caution comes out. This will build the drama as well. Now we will end up in a green-white checkered situation, so it'll be one last attempt for Dalton Sargent to potentially get by Austin Hill, who's been dominant.
Yeah, and we see Ronnie Bassett right here. He was the driver that was penalized and put to the back of the pack. So probably in an effort to get back to the front, he got into some trouble.
And he continues to dominate with 3 car lengths in front of Dalton Sargent.
I love what Dalton did there. He took a run at him. Oh, we got a caution, got a car on the bottom here.
And that is going to end the race. The 45 spins. That's Christian Salea. And the caution and the checkered flag will fly. Austin Hill remains perfect. He won the last 2 races in 2014, and he leads every lap here tonight at New Smyrna Speedway.
Yeah, NASCAR did a great job there. You know, you always want to come back to the checkered flag rather than the caution. But with that car sitting in the middle of 3 and 4, you have to throw the caution.
Here you take a look at what happened. Coming through 3 and 4, this is where the accident starts. They pile up back there in turn number 4. Looks as though Rico Abreu and Anthony Kumpen involved in this.
Boy, that's terrible for these drivers to end the race. You know, coming